There's 3 more baby rabbits that need rescuing. These baby rabbits are only a couple days old and they just opened their eyes. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at these little babies. He has gotten the hang of the nipple, which is a very, very good sign. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are having an amazing day so far. So guys, in today's video, we are back at it again with another bunny rescue. Now you're all probably wondering, how the heck is that possible? Now this is the same owner that I rescued the 3 other rabbits from about a week or 2 ago, and there's 3 more baby rabbits that need rescuing. And he told me that these baby rabbits are only a couple days old and they just opened their eyes. Now at about 7 days old is when baby bunnies open their eyes, and these baby bunnies are going to be so itty bitty. Now the reason he is surrendering them to me is because he said the mom bunny gave birth to about 7 baby bunnies. Now, a couple days after she gave birth, she unfortunately did pass away. So he did try giving the baby bunnies to another nursing mom, and unfortunately she rejected them and ate about 4 of the babies. So there's only 3 babies left. Now, the reason mom bunnies will actually eat their babies is because they get very, very stressed out. Now, since these babies were just thrown into her litter of bunnies, she probably got very, very stressed out and didn't know how to react and just started eating the babies. And he's been trying to hand feed them, but he has no idea what to do. So that's why he asked me to step up and rescue these poor little babies. Now these babies are going to need round-the-clock care and need to be monitored 24/7. Now if he's not properly feeding them the right amount, they could actually become very, very skinny, or they become very, very sick if he is overfeeding them. So we're going to be needing to weigh these babies, making sure they're gaining enough weight as they grow up and they're getting the right amount of formula. Now before we head into today's video and pick up these little baby bunnies, we're going to head inside and check on the other 3 rescued rabbits. Alright guys, so we're walking into the bunny room in 3, 2, and oh my goodness. Good morning, good morning. So you can see we have the little black bunny, we have 1 white bunny, and we have another white bunny in this tunnel. Now this room came along just great. You can see we have 1 pile of hay, we have a hay dispenser right here, which is great for enrichment because they can forage through it and try to get the hay right there. We have another hay pile. Now if you're wondering what the heck is this, these are the igloos. Now I covered the igloos so the bunnies can feel nice and safe. And are you gonna go in there? And he just went in there. Hello, is that fun? Do you like the igloo? Oh, okay, we'll leave you alone. And we have another igloo right here. You can see the black bunny is going in there right here, and they feel nice and secure in it. You can see we have the food, we have the water, we have a couple toys laying around, we have some foraging mats right here that we're gonna be actually putting these treats inside so these bunnies can find it and forage in it. And of course, we have our litter pan right here with our hay on top. And we could not forget our little tunnels right here, which is amazing for enrichment. Are you having fun, little buddy? Let's see. Hello? Hello, what you doing? Is that some good hay? You can see this little girl is just munching and crunching on a hay, and she is just enjoying her morning breakfast. And you can see we have some happy and healthy girl bunnies. Now I actually did take them to the vet to make sure if they were male and female. Now we actually have 3 females. Now they are too young to get spayed. So in the next couple months, once they get a little bit older, we are gonna spay them so they don't go into heat, but we have some treats right here. Now these are some amazing Oxbow treats that are baked with apples and bananas, and they're really, really good. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna go ahead and grab a couple out, and we're gonna go up to the bunnies right here and let's feed them. Do you want the treat right here? Look, it's really tasty. Oh my goodness. Do you want it? I don't think this little guy is interested. Do you want this one? Let's see. Are you just gonna think it's tasty? Oh my goodness. It's so yummy. Now this little girl was a little hesitant at first because they have never actually tried treats before, but oh my goodness, she is just munching and crunching. So we're just gonna leave that treat right there for her to enjoy. And what we're gonna be doing with these treats is we're gonna head to our foraging piles right here. We're actually gonna be stuffing them in our foraging piles so our bunnies can find them later on. We're gonna go on ahead, grab a couple more. All right. And we're gonna go ahead and stuff them in this foraging pile. All right, we're almost done. And we're gonna go ahead, put our last treat in there. Now you can see we have our treats scattered through our foraging mats, and these little bunnies are gonna have a blast finding the treats. But now, guys, it is the moment you all have been waiting for. It is time to name our bunnies. So you can see we have one black one and we have two little white ones right here. Now I want to give a huge shout out to Emma for picking the name Midnight, Snow White, and Snowflake for our bunnies. So of course this little girl right here is gonna be Midnight, and then of course we have Snow White and Snowflake. And Snowflake, do you not want to be on the camera? Are you a little bit camera shy? All right, guys, so these little bunnies are just running around, eating their breakfast, and having a good old time. So we're gonna let them do their thing, and we're just gonna hop straight into today's video. Alright guys, so we have already made it back to my house. It was a very hectic and long story, but thankfully we have the babies. They are safe and they are finally in my care. Now, I honestly can't believe how tiny these little babies are. I mean, you're going to be as shocked as me when I first saw these little babies. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go on ahead and open our container on up. Alright guys, so we have our little container on up. You can see we have our bedding right here. Oh my goodness, do you see this, guys? Look how tiny. Now this is my hand compared to this little baby. Oh my goodness, this is literally unreal. So we have one baby right here. Just look how tiny this little thing is. This little baby literally fits into my palm and he is so tiny. Hello. Now there is not just one, but there is two. So we have a little black one. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at these little babies. They are literally unreal. They literally look like stuffed toys. Oh my gosh. And this is the last and final baby. Now, this is actually the smallest little baby, and he is not doing too good. He's pretty skinny, and he hasn't eaten in some time. But just look how itty-bitty. At least they're safe, and they are in the right hands. Now, if you see for comparison against my chest, just look how tiny. I don't think I've ever seen a baby rabbit this small. I mean, look how cute. Hi, little baby. You're safe now. So you can see they are just moving around and they are trying to look for milk. Now, these babies are so starving. They're very skinny. You can see that these babies are trying to sniff my hand to find the nipple. And oh my goodness, this little guy just tried to nibble me. I think he thought my hand was a nipple, but you can see that these babies are just so tiny and they are so skinny. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it because they do have a lot of fur, but I can literally feel this baby's spine. It's literally like I'm touching a skeleton. Now, we don't want to stress these babies out too much, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a little hole right here, and we're going to go on ahead and put this little baby in. You can see how he almost literally just crawled straight in there. You can see he's burrowing in there. These babies are burrowing on this side, so what we're going to do is we're just going to cover them with the bedding so they feel nice and secure and we don't stress them out. So now that they are nice and covered, we're just going to take this top and put it back on until we are able to feed these guys some milk. But guys, it's honestly so sad to me that these babies lost their mom. And just like that, just because there was no mom to feed them, this owner just discarded them like trash. Now guys, my only advice to you when you have any animals is please get them spayed, please get them neutered, because when you have unwanted litters, then it becomes a big problem. You don't want to take care of the babies. You don't want to put the time and effort into caring for these small little creatures. So then some of them don't make it, and some of them, like these little babies right here, get in really bad shape. And it's honestly just so sad to think of the situation these babies have gone through, but I am so happy that they are in my care and know that the rest of their life will be amazing. Now guys, what we're gonna do is we are gonna head inside and get some formula made for these babies so they can finally eat. Alright guys, so we have made it to the kitchen and we have everything to make our formula for our baby rabbits. Now these baby rabbits are starving, so we need to make this formula ASAP. So here we have our kitten milk replacer. We're just going to go on ahead, open it up, and you can see the consistency right here. Now if you want to get any formula for any type of animal, I definitely recommend getting the powdered version, because if you get the can liquid version, well, it will only last 3 days, and if you have a very tiny animal you're feeding, well, then you will have to get several cans, and this you can make as much as you want or as little as you want, and it can stay good for about 24 hours. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go on ahead, take a nice big scoop right here, and now with formula like this, it's gonna be 1 scoop of powder to 2 scoops of water. So we're just gonna go on ahead, pour our formula right in. We're gonna head over to the sink right here and put 1, 2, and I like to add 3 so it's a little diluted to not upset their stomach. And there we have it. So we have a formula right here. You can see it's not mixed up at all. So we're just gonna go ahead and give it a nice stir. And we have the formula nice and mixed up. We are ready to feed the rabbits. Now the only thing left to do is to measure out how much we are going to be feeding them. Now this is the container that we are gonna be putting in the microwave and heating up the formula. So we're gonna start with 5 milliliters. Now these bunnies are very starving, so they might wanna eat more. But of course, we don't wanna overfeed them because that will cause bloating and will lead to diarrhea. So it's better to underfeed than overfeed. So we're gonna start with 5 milliliters. So we're gonna syringe it up. All right, there we have it. We have about 5 milliliters right here. We're gonna go on ahead, squirt it into this container. All right, there we have it. Now the only thing left to do is to heat this up in the microwave. All right guys, so we have our syringe filled up and it is nice and warm. So we have our first little bunny right here, and this little guy is just smelling around trying to find the milk. I think he can smell the milk in the formula on my finger. Yeah guys, you can see he smells it on my finger right here. What we're gonna do right here is we're gonna use my hand as an anchor, and this is not hurting the little baby bunny, but just holding it so it doesn't jump off, and we're just gonna see if he wants the nipple. All right guys, now of course this is not the nipple like the mom, so it might take a minute for him to latch on. Oh my goodness guys, he's latched onto the nipple. You can see right there, he is just chowing down on the milk. Now we don't want to squeeze it in too much, but we just want him to suck on the nipple right there. And oh my goodness, do you see this guys? Oh my goodness, he is so hungry. Oh my goodness, poor little baby. Now he unlatched from the nipple. It's gonna take some time for him to get used to it because obviously this is not the mom's nipple, this is a silicone nipple. So we're just gonna work with this little baby until he can understand how to drink the milk. All right guys. Oh my goodness, look at that right here. He's drinking. Oh my goodness guys, do you see the syringe? He is sucking the milk on his own. I'm not even pushing it in, and he is just literally chowing it down. So we're gonna give him a break in 3, 2, and all right. So the reason I give them breaks is because if we don't give them breaks, they can actually aspirate. So it is best to pace them because of course, if they try to chow it down too much, they can actually choke and the milk can come out of their nose and a little bit will get into their lungs. And of course, we don't want that. So we're just gonna place this little guy right here. We've given him a nice break and we're just gonna see if he wants the rest of the milk. Oh my goodness, guys, look at it. He has gotten the hang of the nipple, which is a very, very good sign. This is the one thing that I was very, very worried about because of course, we don't wanna force feed this little baby. We want him to eat on his own and take his time. And he is going to be done with his milk in 3, 2, and there we have it. He has finished his formula. You can see he's still hungry and you can see he is quite skinny. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna heat up some more formula to feed this little baby bunny. So we are on our second syringe of formula and this little buddy has gotten the hang of it. So he is just latched onto the formula. We're just gonna squeeze a little bit into his mouth so he knows. All right. Okay, buddy, you can't chew it. You gotta suck it. Here you go. Oh my goodness, guys, just look how itty bitty these babies are. I mean, they are so, so tiny. Guys, look at that. He is just literally gulping this milk up and we are going to give him a break. So we're just gonna let him settle for a second. You can see he is just nudging and looking for the nipple. All right, are you ready, buddy? Okay, here we go. We're gonna give you the milk again. Oh my goodness, look at him. He is so, so tiny. Oh my goodness. So this little baby is done drinking his milk and you can see he's still looking around, but of course we don't want to overfeed him. But if you come take a look right here, you can see that his belly is nice and full. You might not be able to see it because he has a bunch of fur, but his belly feels nice and full and this little baby is nice and fed. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get ready to feed the next one. So we have the formula nice and warmed and ready, and you can see we have the next little bunny right here. It looks very similar to the other one, but the other one actually had spots all over its back, and you can see this little one is actually smaller than the other two. So we're just gonna anchor this little guy right here and let's see if you can eat it. Oh my gosh, guys, look how hungry he is. He is just trying to latch onto the nipple. All right, buddy, it's okay. Oh, all right, guys, he's latched onto the nipple and he is drinking the milk. Now let's see if he gets the hang of sucking it. So you can see some of it's dripping out because he's trying to chew the nipple right here. So we're just gonna push it in very, very slowly and we're gonna give him a little break and wipe it off his mouth. All right, little buddy. Now, initially, when they don't start sucking the nipple right off the bat, you want to be as patient as possible because, of course, you can aspirate these little guys. So we want to make sure that we're going nice and steady and nice and slow. Even though he might be moving around a lot, he is just trying to get more milk out. So we just want to make sure that we don't rush this little baby into drinking it. And look at him. He is just chowing it down. He is so content right now. I mean, I don't even know the last time these little babies ate. And look at that, guys. You can see I'm not even pushing the syringe and this little baby got the hang of it. So we're just gonna give him a break for a second. You can see he's just trying to push up into my hand to get more milk out because he thinks it's the mom's tummy. So we're just gonna place him back in the same spot, put the nipple right where his mouth is, and oh my goodness, guys, look at that. He finally got the hang of it. So we're on our second syringe right here, and it is amazing that this baby got the hang of it. You can see he is just sucking the milk on in. I'm not even pushing the milk in his mouth, and that's exactly what we want because we don't want to force feed this little baby. And we're gonna give him another little break right here. Just give him a couple seconds to breathe and to swallow that milk into his little bunny tummy. So we're just gonna go see if you want a little more. There we go. Oh my goodness, guys. This is so cute. Just look at him. Look at him just chowing the food down. So this little baby has nestled in my hand and this little guy is nice and fed. So the only thing left to do is to feed the last little rabbit. So we have our last little bunny right here. You can see he is sniffing around trying to find the nipple. So we have the formula nice and warmed up and we're gonna do the same exact thing. All right, let's see if he gets the hang of it. Let's give him a second. I don't think he understands that this is the nipple right here. All right, buddy, it's right here. Oh, is he gonna get it? I think he's gonna get it. Okay, you almost have it, buddy. You almost have it. You're almost there. All right, guys, so he has a nipple in his mouth, so we're just gonna put some milk, and oh my goodness, just look how he stretched out once he realized that he has a nipple in his mouth, and oh my goodness, guys. Do you see this? He immediately started chowing down. This little baby bunny must have been so starving. So we're just gonna give him a little bit more. All right, little guy. And we're gonna give him a break. Wipe off the milk on his nose right here. You can see he is anxious to get more, but we must be patient with these little guys so they do not aspirate. So we're just gonna pull him back right here. Here we go, we have the nipple right here. All right, oh my goodness. Look how fast this little guy is just chowing down the milk. Now he keeps latching on and unlatching onto the nipple. So we're just gonna be as patient as possible, and oh my goodness, he just took a giant gulp of milk. He is super eager to eat, and he is just frantically trying to get to the nipple. Oh my goodness, look at him go. He's a pro at it. So we are on our last syringe, and you can see this baby is doing an amazing job just drinking all of the milk. And oh my goodness, guys, do you see that? He is just trying to grab onto the syringe right here with his little front paws, but we are going to give him a break right here. Give him a second so that milk goes into his little tummy, and I think we're ready to go. All right, so we're going again for the second time. All right, there you go, buddy. Oh my goodness, these little babies are so precious. I mean, look at those little ears and those little legs. So it was a success feeding all three babies. They are nice and full and they are fast asleep. Now I am so happy that they were able to eat very well. That was my main concern, that they weren't gonna get a hang of the nipple and it was going to be very tough. But these babies must have been so starving because they literally inhaled all of the milk. So they're already sleeping in their little container we have right here. So we're gonna go ahead and take a peek. And you can just see, oh my goodness, guys, they're actually moving around trying to nestle in, and we're just gonna move the bedding a little bit and take a peek. Oh my goodness, so we have one little rabbit. We have two, you can see its little face right here. And then we have a third one right here. You can see his little face right here. So you can see they are fast asleep and they are so tired. But thankfully they are nice and full and they are nice and happy and healthy. So what we're gonna do right now is we're just gonna cover these babies back up so they stay nice and warm and feel nice and protected, and just go ahead and close this container on up. And guys, that is going to end today's video. If you all enjoyed today's video, rescuing these helpless little day-old rabbits, we'll give this video a big thumbs up. And guys, what I want you to do is comment down below a name for all three rabbits. Now guys, if I like the names that you pick, I'm going to shout you out in the next video. Now if you want to see these little babies grow up, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to my channel in the link down below.